Hi all, it's Kara from the Transformation Mom for ABCDE, and I'm going to do the next part from my November junk trunk kit. So the first thing I wanted to show you is when I left you last, I had painted this, and I was painting here on the outside, and I wanted to make sure that when you do paint something like this, that you make sure you paint the edge, and then you want to paint an inside, any place where the paper's not going to cover a little bit. So that's what I did here. So what I wanted to show you what I'm going to do is the first thing that I wanted to do today was I wanted to be able to put the charm ring in. And to do that, I have my little charm ring, and I have my little pokey tool, and I have, this is a We Are Memory Keeper's little mat, and this was the template that was included in the kit. And I'm just going to simply poke the hole. And then I'm hoping I can see it over here. I'm going to put my charm ring in. So that was the first thing I wanted to do today. Because then when I cover the spine on the inside here, I am not going to forget about this. Yeah, I have a habit of forgetting things like this. So that was the first thing that I wanted to do. So I did not forget to put in that little charm ring. So that's the first thing I did. Now, I am actually going to put my spine in because I want it to be able to dry while I'm doing everything else. So I'm going to use my mono adhesive, and what I did was I just got this was just a piece of scrap paper I had from cutting other things, and the spine's about 1 inch, so I just made some marks to help me be able to really guide this into there without it folding too much. So I'm hoping that will help. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue right here just down the middle on the spine. And I'm using the Tombow mono adhesive that came in the kit. Again, I've never used this glue before, so I'm very curious to see how it holds up. I know it is I'm a Cool Mom's favorite glue, but it's not something that I've used before. So now what I'm going to try to do is line this up in the middle of my book. And I'm going to make sure that when I fold it up, that it is in my thing nice and squarely. I'm going to have to let that dry a little bit. Get my old towel to wipe my hands off on. Okay, now I'm going to let that sit for a few seconds. Now, I have this black seam binding that I have cut to about 10 inches. So that is what I'm going to use for my closure. And I'm going to put one piece of it over here. And again, this size is about 8 or is about 9. So what I like about my Tim Holtz roller is it has a 0 in the middle. So I can just put the 4.5. Here's my 0 mark. The ribbon's about 1/2 inch. I can go simply like that. I'll flip it over here. Do the same thing. Put these on the 4.5 mark. Mark my 0. Mark my 1/4 inch around it. And I actually think I did the 1/2 inches on this side. No, I didn't. Okay. I did the right thing. So I am going to just put some glue here and glue down this seam binding just so that I don't forget to do that in a little bit, because again, I am notorious for forgetting the simple things like this, and I really want a closure to this, so hence I'm doing it now. So now I'm going to go back to the spine here, and I'm going to glue down these sides. Now that the actual middle part should be dry enough. I didn't want to mess with it too early because sometimes you can end up getting it to pull up, and I did not want that to happen. Paper spines are not my favorite, but because this is not a hard-cover journal and it's mostly paper journal with just that little bit of muslin on it, I figured a paper spine would match the theme. And again, this was the theme of this was thrift store, so I really wanted to just keep with that theme. So I'm going to lift it up, making sure that it will. And I'm just going to get my ruler, or my brayer. See, I call it my ruler, but get my brayer and make sure that that is all nicely here. Now, I'm going to flip it over and we're going to work on the cover for a few minutes. So, like I had said in my last video, I had found this really pretty image, and I had, out of the scrapbook pack that I was using, I had cut out this flower, and then I had the music paper. So I tore out the music paper, I blackened the edges using my just VersaFine black ink, and then I actually glued and then sewed the image onto there. So that is what's going to be on my front cover. So let's glue her down. I don't know how much is enough of this glue. I'm going to keep saying I've never used this glue before. So I have no clue how much is enough. And we're going to put that down there. And I'll get my brayer back out. There's my image. Now, I have two little buttons that I was just going to put on here. And I just have some black all-purpose thread. So, I am just going to, and I want to do this before I do this. And of course, I'm going to need the thimble because this is pretty thick. You gotta remember, I put a piece of cardstock in between the two of these. So, it is pretty thick. Do I like it there? Yeah, I do. I'll just turn it a little bit here. You probably can't see, I'm out of frame probably. I was just like trying to find buttonholes. Okay, now let's see if I can just get a few more little tugs in here so that it can get on there a little better. Oop, I got stuck on something. and I will be right back.